Good morning. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. Today's Father's Day, and sometimes these days are hard for some. Sometimes people are dealing with the loss of a father, or maybe your dad was never in your life. Whatever the case may be, we have to remember not everyone loves this day. But when we turn our lives around and start a relationship with Jesus, we'll realize we have a heavenly Father that loves us unconditionally, and we don't have to ever feel abandoned. We'll realize God's always there, but it'll take time, obedience, and dedication, digging in the word and applying the word to your life to reap the rewards of the truth in the word. Let's remember it takes a lot of time of renewing your mind to be able to dig out of the trauma of our lives. So make sure you give yourself time and don't give up, because the devil will come at you full force when you're trying to gain your life back. Let's remember 1 Peter 5:8 says, be self-controlled and alert. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. It's important to heal and be self-controlled. And it's important to make sure we start dying to our flesh and live in and through our spirit instead, to be able to enjoy our lives to the fullest. I've learned over the years by building a relationship with Jesus that our flesh will rule our lives if we continue living in our flesh. And when we continue living in our flesh, we'll continue destroying our future. I continue to destroy my future by living in addictions, fears, anxiousness, anger, unforgiveness, self-doubt, and depression. And it wasn't until I started reading the truth in the Word and holding the teachings in it, I was able to get under the stronghold on my life. We're told in John 8:31 and 32, to the Jews who had believed him, Jesus said, if you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So are you someone that suffers with abandonment issues? Have you ever felt abandonment by your dad, mom, or anyone else? I know for me, I was abandoned by my mom a couple of times when we were growing up, and it was an awful feeling. But I also know as I grew older, I continued letting my past destroy my future because I was constantly living in it. Are you living in your past and letting it destroy your future? I know things we go through are hard, but that's why God left us the book of life, so we could use the Bible as a reference for our lives and break free from the lies the enemy tries keeping us held down in. So are you that person that's letting your mind wander to the past? Are you living your life with anger, addictions, and unforgiveness because your mind wanders to the brokenness of yesterday? We have to make sure and stop ourselves from going back down the road that was meant to destroy us. And instead of letting our mind wander, we have to learn to run to the Word to fill us up instead of the world. And we have to learn to lean on Jesus instead of anyone or anything else, because that's how we live our lives in completeness. I know it can be done when we continue fighting the good fight and make sure we never give up. So do yourself a favor and start capturing every thought and make it obedient to what Christ tells us instead of the devil. 2 Corinthians 10:5 tells us, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. We take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Make sure you stop going backwards and stop letting the trauma of yesterday ruin your day. Make sure if the devil's got you feeling anything but loved, make sure you run to the Father and remind yourself how much you are loved. Remind yourself God loved you so much, he gave his one and only Son to die for you so you can live with him in eternity. Then straighten up your crown and continue knowing your worth, even when people fail you. Straight from God through Dawn Marie. Love you all and have a blessed rest of your day.